Hey man, say man, you are now tuned in with the Drop Squad. Make sure you hit that like button, make sure you hit that subscribe, hit that bell so you can get all the notifications.
We don't fall, we just ball. When I was young, man, I've been through it all. I Drop Squad. Tell 'em we don't fall, we just ball. When I was young, man, I've been through it all. I Drop Squad. Tell 'em we don't.
Hey, it's Q2honest right here with the Drop Squad. I just appreciate you guys, having me and being able to, have me over here and asking me anything, you know what I'm saying? And I'll be
honest, huh? Straight up.
Yeah, honest.
Yeah. Bless up, man. Hey, I appreciate you coming out, man. So, tell the world about your music, man. What you do?
Okay, I'm a Christian artist. I rap, sing, all with a positive message of trying to help not only the youth, but help adults and people, struggling with their relationship with God, because I was in that place as well. And so it's like my ultimate goal is to help get as many people to God as I can, with also, just trying to make a positive difference for people, trying to let them know that there's more than one way, And so that's pretty much what I do.
That's what's up. So what kind of led you into doing gospel rap, man? For one, that's a tough lane, man. It's a lot of criticism in that route, but at the same time, man, it's for the ones that's really out there doing their thing. It's a blessing. You know?
Yeah, for sure. I guess honestly, whenever I first started off doing secular music. I was brought up in a very rough past, bad childhood, and so that really started me, writing my thoughts down whenever I was probably about 9, you know what I'm saying? Came out of like an abusive home and stuff like that, and so it was like me just jotting down my feelings at first, and it's like it started turning into something more than that. And honestly, one of my little brothers got locked up, and I started seeing that people are easily influenced by you, and no matter if you like it or don't like it, you're influencing somebody, and you're influencing them in a positive or a negative way, whether you like it or not, And so it's like I started seeing like what I was doing to people, and and I realized that whenever I met my wife now, that God was...
Wow, you married?
Yeah, I'm married.
Oh man,
yeah.
big ups, man.
Yeah.
Hey.
I've been married since October. I've been with her for about to be 5 years now in October. So.
Oh man, congratulations, man. It ain't easy being married as a youngster, man. But at the same time, you gotta make it look easy. What they say. Narrow is the gate, straight is the pathway.
Yeah.
What they say, how it goes?
And actually, that's whenever I actually first started getting into my relationship with God. I was selling weed. I was, doing stuff I wasn't supposed to be doing at that time. You know what I'm saying? I was drinking. But it's like my wife really helped me in my relationship with God. And I haven't smoked in years now. I haven't drank in years now. I haven't cursed in years now. You know what I'm saying?
Man,
it's like,
and that's hard even for me. You're a rapper, bro. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like every other verse or lyric you hear is like,
Yeah, and it also challenges you too to say something. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like a lot of people use that as a substitute to, you know what I'm saying, for a message sometimes. Not necessarily everybody, but I'm just saying, a lot of the time.
We get it. Yeah, that's real, bro. That's real. So when did you start rapping?
I started writing when I was about 9. Honestly, like I don't know if you would call it rapping, you know what I'm saying? It was more like me jotting down what I was feeling, and they happened to turn out to be songs,
Right.
And so, but I actually recorded my first song my sophomore year in high school.
Okay, yeah, that's live. Yeah, I remember you were saying that you started back when you was 9 years old. That was when you first got your influence on rapping, but you see it really took off in your sophomore year, man. And what has it been like since then?
Honestly, like, it's been crazy because people see me from back then, and it's like, people knew me for my other music, so it's like whenever they see me like change my whole lifestyle and my whole lyrics completely, it's like my whole message is directed to I wouldn't even say crowd, because it's for anybody.
It's for everybody.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? But it's
like
a
whole nother path, bro.
Yeah.
A whole nother, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Goal, It's not so much just for, trying to glorify getting money or whatever, you know what I'm saying? But it's to glorify God too, and that's live, bro.
Appreciate you, man.
That's
live,
for sure.
Man.
So, have you done any like shows or anything like that?
Yes. I just probably about 7 days ago. I just got off of a tour. We were gone for about 15 days. It was just a little tour, real quick. We hit Colorado, New Mexico, Las Vegas. You know what I'm saying? It was a pretty good tour. That was my second tour, so it was really dope, and it was awesome to go and, like you said, like, you're going into places where necessarily they may not agree with your message, you know.
They may not even know your message.
Yeah,
you know. Really just put them on game.
But it's like that's what is awesome, is whenever you see people not paying attention, and right whenever your words start coming out your mouth, you know what I'm saying, you see everybody looking up, putting their phones down, and then next thing you know, they're picking them up, recording. Like, what? Like this is Christian? You know what I'm saying? Like, and it just shows you, though, you know what I'm saying? Like, don't underestimate and don't overlook things, you know what I mean?
Like they say, never judge a book by its cover, man.
Yeah, for real.
Real talk, real talk. Yeah, so what was the first show like that you did, man? Because I remember the first time I went out on stage, man, to do a concert. I was actually invited out by one of the homies from the church, and you know, he does music as well. Hopefully, I'll be able to get him on the channel as well. Shout out to SM Soldier. You know, he definitely brought me out and showed me some different things. But first time I was out there, man, it was kind of scary, but it was an adrenaline rush.
Oh,
yeah, man. Yeah. So what was it like for you the first time you was out there?
First time I was out there was with my church, actually. Before it was even my church, we were at like a little garage sale for the church, and so they heard my music out there, and they called the bishop that day. And the next day, I went in to perform. That was my first time I ever performed on stage, and so. Like you said, like, it's like you think you're gonna be nervous and everything, but it's like I'm a very passionate person, so it's like whenever I'm like rapping, it's like I really have a message that I'm trying to portray. So it's like I wasn't even really paying attention to like, hey, I'm on stage with all these people right here, you know what I mean? It's more like I'm on stage and people are listening right now, like, tell them something, you know what I mean?
Yeah, it's your chance to say something, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Make it meaningful, huh?
Yeah, for sure.
Real talk. So, how many projects have you done since you really got serious with your music?
Since I just got my my manager, you know what I'm saying? I just got signed with my manager probably about maybe a year ago, and so we dropped our first project probably like 5 months ago, and we already got our second project coming up soon. The first project was Welcome to My Funeral, and pretty much what it was is the old is past and the new has come, you know. So that was based off of that, you know what I'm saying?
I got you. That's what's up. So that's cool. What studios you use while you've been, you know, doing your music?
To be honest, this is the first time that I've ever been in like a professional studio, you know what I mean? So it's like, before it's actually funny, but it's really humbling though. It's like I used to record on a grocery tape recorder, right? Because it's like I ain't have no money, you know what I'm saying? And so it's like, and then it's like it started progressing to, I met a friend and we started doing it in my garage. Then he moved it to his room studio, you know what I'm saying? And then now, like, you know what I'm saying, I'm here, which kind of shows you like it's a humbling process, you know, to get where you gotta get.
Progression, man, and that's the key, bro. Like, I try to be as progressive as possible when I do these videos, man. But sometimes, you know, it you may hit a roadblock, but you know, you just gotta keep pushing, man. And it gets done, bro. Especially when you got that will, you know it's a way. Especially with God behind you, for sure, huh?
Yeah, for sure.
For sure. So during your journey, man, what kind of, I mean, you got any like crazy stories, or like, you know what I'm saying, you got a crazy experience that made you just say, man, God is good?
Yeah, and actually, it just happened in this tour. We the first time that it's ever happened, we went to a rehabilitation center, like for people struggling with drugs, alcohol, stuff like that, and it was in a Mormon county, you know, and so it's like Christianity's, you know what I'm saying, that's not looked upon the same over there, and it's the first time that we were able to actually go in the rehabilitation center, like, you know what I'm saying, like they didn't bring them out to us, we went inside there, you know, and there's probably about like maybe like 30 patients out there. I wouldn't even say patients, but you know what I'm saying, people that are in that process. And it's like at the end of the show, and I'm saying this is a Mormon county, so these people, they're grown up Mormon, you know, they have a different perspective than we do. And by the end of the show, everybody was in the front to get delivered and give their life to God. And right then and there, like even the owner of the place came out and he was just like, man, like this has never happened, like ever, like, you know. And everybody was out there ready to give their life to God. And I knew right then and there that man, like, you know it's only God. Like it's just insane to have something like that happen.
Man, that's real, man. Blessings, man. Blessings. Say, Q, I'd like to take a time, you know what I'm saying, right now to switch it up and get down to the knowledge drop.
Yeah.
You know, with the knowledge drop, man, like I said, the whole motive for this channel is to inspire, motivate, and create. You feel me? So with that knowledge drop, man, go ahead and drop some jewels on.
Alright, for sure. With this knowledge drop right now, I guess I'm gonna just use this time to just say, first off, like, if you're ever out there, you're ever struggling, if you're ever feeling like depressed, anything like that, no matter what situation you are, I promise you, God takes you as you are. You know what I'm saying? And in one of my latest songs, I just said, somebody told me this. They said, God will love you broken, but He loves you too much to leave you broken. You know what I'm saying? And so it's like in that same sense, like no matter what you're ever going through, just realize that somebody loves you. You got a purpose, and no matter what they do, they can't change that. The only person that can ever stop you from becoming what you were made to be is you. So ultimately, my knowledge drop is just gonna be, just trust in the process that God has for you. You know what I'm saying? Don't get impatient, because I know it's hard, you know, but just trust that there is a purpose, there is a plan for you. You know what I mean? And that's really, you know what I'm saying, what I got to say on that. And
that's real, bro. That's real, man. I appreciate that, man. And I hope that definitely reaches out to somebody and touches them, man. Real talk, real talk. So, Q, go ahead, bless them with a little bit of, you know, some lyrics from some of your music, man.
Alright, and this right here I'm about to spit, it's from a song that I did called Freedom, and it's just a free verse. It's just me just speaking 100% real on this everyday aspect in life. So I'm gonna go ahead and do it. It's like, politics or deception, elections get so depressing. I'm pressing for more discretion. I'm praying we learn our lesson. Power turns to aggression, depression and smoker sections, oppression, and they possessing the power to keep us guessing. We searching for the answers but asking the wrong question. You don't want to hear about God, then don't ask me for my suggestions. Lost souls with a road full of fake leaders. Then we wonder why there's more fatalities than believers. The darkness of this road will consume you without your light, Lord. They bring the fight to us because nobody else wants to fight, Lord. We justify our sin to where the wrong seems right, Lord. Don't know this because it's light. We still got to see the night, Lord. Oh man, it's like a never-ending cycle. Recycle the same typo, then leave it like it's alright though. I hear the same song, same meaning. What's the hype though? Cause why they getting rich fast? We see our people die slow. No cemetery is missionary, no military is very scary, but still I know my God is legendary. Be fearless when you hear this. Satan will swing, but with God he will miss. In danger if you feel distant from the Son who sacrificed his life for you, so you could do the things you choose to do, though they pertain to you. Cause of mental programs, let's hold hands and pray that when the trumpet sounds we get held back by no man. These skeletons in my closet were taking up too much space, so I gave them straight to the Lord, and in return he gave me grace. I've never met you in person, never seen you face to face, but Lord I live by faith, and so faithful I await for your arrival and title. Survival is key, but there's a rival you see, because an idol will rise up and claim that he is the king. Many eyes are deceived, and so many get left behind, although they thought they would leave. Freedom isn't free, cause sacrifice is what's given. They show the mark of the beast and say it's profit decisions, and so I'm cautious when living. I was driven down the wrong road, but through God I'm forgiven, cause my Savior has risen. Praises to the Most High, I'm unapologetic, cause there's power in the tongue, so I mean it if I said it. You said that you are life, in my heart I know you're present. We're not worthy of your throne, so I come to you a peasant. We don't fight for freedom, we're fighting for the hope, cause lives are lost every day. The price is not a joke, and the price you pay for us was purely out of love. So freedom isn't free when it's written down in blood. Ooh. You know what I'm saying? That's just a little something like that.
I see you, I see you. So did you freestyle that? You know what I'm saying? You write your lyrics, or how you
Yeah. I before I do any song, you know, I just put the beat on and I just pray that, you know, God give me the word to say, you know, because at the end of the day, if I go on there and do it, then, you know what I'm saying, then it's just another guy writing music, you know what I'm saying? But if I ask God to give me a message, then I want to portray what he wants me to say, you know what I'm saying?
That's real, bro. That's real, man. That's real. So, have you done any music videos or anything?
Yeah, I have 2 videos out right now since I've been under management.
Shout out to your management squad, man.
Oh yeah, for sure. My manager, Mundo, that's my boy right there. He, you know what I'm saying? He really put me on, and it was a blessing to have met him. And so, you know.
All right. Yeah, that's what's up. So about your music video.
Oh yeah, for sure. You can find them on either on my Facebook page, Q2honest, or on my YouTube. You type in Q2honest, and Welcome to My Funeral is one of them, and I'm Ready for It is one of them. And so, you know, those are two, you know what I'm saying, that's my first project, and so, you know, I'm just looking to keep progressing. So it's like, if that's not something you're feeling, just, you know what I'm saying, bear with me, because we got a whole lot more coming, you know what I mean? This ain't the end at all.
Yeah, so I think on that video we were just talking about, you shot that in the church, huh?
Oh, welcome to my
funeral.
Yeah, we had the casket and everything donated, and yeah, it was the real deal. It was pretty awesome. Yeah, they let us use that casket for free, because I told them what, you know, we told them what it was about, and thank God, you know, they blessed us with it, because if not, we were gonna have to, you know what I'm saying, buy
a whole casket, man.
Yeah.
Hey, I know that had to be a little wild, man.
Oh, yeah.
People was carrying the casket and everything, bro. That was wild. So who came up with that concept on that?
I came up with the concept of the whole, like, you know what I'm saying, like, funeral aspect, because I wanted it to be dark, but at the same time still light, if that makes sense. It's like I wanted people to realize that,
to understand that,
yeah, you know,
man now.
Exactly. And it's like, through that process, like, death is inevitable. So it's like, if I can warn somebody to be prepared for whenever their time comes, because all of our time will come, you know what I'm saying, like, then I feel like that's my job to do that, you know what I'm saying, like, try to help people be ready. You know, they say, like, if you stay ready, you don't gotta get ready, you know what I mean?
Straight up, huh? Yeah. Okay. So who shot your music video?
Jesse Vasquez, his Select Media. I promise you guys, if you go through him, you won't be disappointed. You can look him up, his Select Media, on YouTube, and you can see all his projects. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's really dope, and he's a really down to earth person, really good heart, and he'll definitely work with you. So I definitely recommend him for sure.
It's a bit, man. Hey, shout out to your studio, man, Golden Ears.
Oh yeah, Golden Ears. You already know what it is. You know what I mean?
You know what I'm saying? It's going down, man. So how can the people reach out to you one more time?
Any social media platform at Q2honest. That's Facebook, Snapchat, Instagram, anything, you know what I mean? And on there, if you need to get a hold of me personally through email, it's on there. It's all linked up. So definitely go check us out for sure.
It's a bit, man. It's a bit, man.
We don't fall, we just ball. When I was young, man, I've been through it all. Drop Squad. You just been drift on by the Drop Squad.